Je n'ai pas de sentiment par rapport à ce que les gens disent sur ce que je fais. Ils ont le droit de
The Columbia strike may have reminded people of the Paris Commune, but May '68 in France was the real thing. What began as a student protest for reform of the archaic, authoritarian French university system sparked a general strike that electrified the country.
This is Caroline, who started 2 months ago by thinking about that and starting to discuss with all of us. And at the end, we were 15, and at the end now we are 150. And we are all there standing up to say why women have to become more visible, and we have to fight against discrimination and harassment. So this is so important. So, Marta,
it's just a show of support of women who day by day are working in the profession. It's also to look to the future and encourage people, men, women, organizations to take really positive steps to change the profession, to make it more tolerant, more open, more transparent, fair, and to give equal opportunities. We can't afford to lose more than 50% of the talented architects and designers we have in the world. And so we took inspiration from the other fields such as film, television, where a show of support is a celebratory act. It's a time to let people know what we share, what we have in common. And we think that the Biennale, which is a place of debate, is a really good place to have this show of support and to continue the discussion, always with the goal of change.
And how do you feel it went today?
Very well.
Great.
Great. So if you look at everyone has a smile. Because this is the universal language for welcome, for inclusion, for kindness, for generosity. So all these women here today practice radical self-acceptance. I mean, look at us. Like, who's wearing the same dress, right? Odile wanted us to all wear black. What can she say? It's the best color. So what we're saying is that we really need to look at the new world model of architecture as being one of inclusion, one of welcome, rather than exclusion. No more boys club, only girls club. No, just kidding. Just kidding. It's about everyone. And VOW is Voices of Women. Voices of Women Architects, VOWarchitects.com. It has all this stuff on there. Panel discussion today. But what it is I take a vow to stand up and demand respect to women and people who are in protected classes. I take a vow.
I also think it's something that would be really excellent for the profession as a whole, because there are 50% women in the profession and in the world. So if we are an inclusive group as professionals, there's more work out there for all of us. I mean, this is a win-win situation because we have to all become comfortable speaking to people of other voices, other appearances, the other, because the other is inwardly not that different from us.
And they're everywhere. They're not going away. In fact, what is it, 2050? More than half the world will speak not English. And so anyway, it's so Farshid.
Ah, well, you've all said it so beautifully.
No, but
well,
you are
I
beautiful.
think that I would say maybe we should shift it from a protestation to a kind of a manifestation. You know, the Biennale is a show about architecture, and 50% of architecture is women. So we should be manifest, and it's a celebration of the creativity and you know, commitment that all of us have to architecture.
Wait, this reminds me, one more thing. I know we have 2 minutes. Remind us about Yvonne and Shelley and what they did today. 50%, right? Who wants to explain? 50% of women.
In the nearly 50%, not totally 50%.
And I think the other thing, Yvonne and Shelley, because it's the first time that there are 2 women who are curating the Biennale, they've taken steps in very subtle but also very visible ways. They've recognized associates, they've recognized the whole team of architects who are presenting, not just one name at the top. And I think those steps that they've taken are great examples and could and should be followed.
Cécilia, did you start back to do something? La Bretagne, ce sont mes racines, c'est l'endroit où je vais me ressourcer, c'est l'endroit où je peux aller regarder la mer, parce que la mer pour moi est très importante, et en particulier la ligne d'horizon, qui est vraiment importante pour moi, parce que c'est quelque chose qui
Odile Decq, un visionnaire dont les constructions ont révolutionné le concept de l'habitat. Les maisons bulles. Le site appartient à Isabelle Bernard.
Quand vous arrivez... Un coup de peinture. Ou bien, enfin, oui, il fallait qu'on aille plus loin.
Faire ressortir le changement de génération, inventer quelque chose de nouveau en accord avec la conception d'Odile Decq. Pour répondre à ce défi,
Par simulation, ça veut dire que la maison s'adaptait entièrement aux besoins des clients. Odile travaillait pour et avec les clients. Il était toujours présent sur les chantiers. Donc pour moi, c'était de l'apprentissage pur. Et avec ma formation en sculpture, c'était extrêmement logique de créer une maison en sphère.